This is a Laranity video. Condi Virtuoso is incredible.
Also, might just be the best DPS in Guild Wars 2 right now.
That's
just
good.
A couple days ago.
How long ago is right now? 1 year ago. So, I need to play the class that does the most damage because I'm bad at the game. And so, ideally, we need all my stuff to be overtuned so that way I can pull my weight even when I don't know what I'm doing.
Snow Crows.
Who is that?
Super difficult Temple of Febe challenge modes after a long race for World's First. And they did it with 6 Condi Virtuosos in their team. But why is Condi Virtuoso so good? Does it do incredible damage?
So cute.
Well, no, not really. Don't get me wrong.
Wait,
it does
what?
Good damage for sure.
Wait, did you just say S tier?
But there are also definitely builds out
What?
there that can do more.
What?
No, the reason Condi Virtuoso is so good is because it's really easy to play and because it's got incredible range and cleave damage.
Hell yeah, I
Condi
like the
Virtuoso
sound of that.
doesn't have a super long, complicated 40-step
Yes.
piano rotation.
Don't want that.
falls
No.
apart the second an enemy decides to hit you back. No, you
No.
just kind of spam your skills according to some simple principles.
Hell
I can
yeah.
literally explain it to you in less than 5 minutes.
Okay.
That is the video you're watching right now.
Oh,
And besides being
we're
easy
there.
to play, Virtuoso has also got massive range. This means that it's really easy to just keep pumping damage without thinking about it too much.
Even
the
better.
boss dashes away? No problem. You just keep hitting it from range.
Yeah.
This has made Condi Virtuoso incredibly powerful. And in most situations, you will easily pull ahead of the try-hard Elementalist mains trying to pull off a super complicated Mozart piano rotation.
I don't have to do any of that.
Sure, their DPS might be higher on a stationary golem, but your DPS will often be higher in a real fight.
Right, because
Virtuoso has
I don't have to try as hard, so I will be able to pay attention to mechanics, and they have to pay attention to mechanics, and I don't have to.
also
This is
got
good.
amazing cleave damage. If you line up your range skills, you can target an enemy and shoot your skills through a second enemy, letting you hit both at once.
Oh,
for
I like
double
that.
damage.
Even better.
The build is also really survivable because of its free lifesteal, and it also gets all the utility of being a Mesmer, like being able to put down portals and having access to your Discord.
Wait, Mesmer can put portals? I'm just kidding. I'm half kidding, because I did figure that out, like, very, very recently. It was I was already level 80, for sure.
Virtuoso is just incredibly strong, and it might just be the best DPS in the game right now. Alright, Laranity, that sounds awesome, but how do I actually play it?
Yeah, how do I play it?
You have come to the right video. I am by no means an epic pro speedrunner, but I can do about 40k DPS on this build, which is plenty to melt any raid boss.
Okay, so we want to do 40k
I will
DPS.
teach you how to do that as well.
Okay.
Let's get started.
I'm
First,
ready
let's
to
talk
learn.
Setup. We're using a dagger as our main hands weapon, and
Dagger.
then sword and focus as our 2 offhands.
Okay.
Our utility skills are Signet of the Ether, Signet of Illusions, Signet of Domination, Signet of Midnight, and Thousand Cuts. The traits we are using
They even took Midnight
are
from
on the
Guild.
screen right now. A key trait here is Jagged Minds. With this trait, we apply bleeding every time we get a critical hit. This is incredibly important. This bleeding is a huge part of our damage.
Okay.
So, for that reason, our gear setup is a little bit different from what you might expect. Instead of just running full Viper's gear for maximum Condi damage, we are mixing in some pieces of Rampager's gear, and we also use Leek Soup as our food. This
Oh, I
gets
love
us to
leeks.
60% crit chance, which, with the 40% bonus crit chance a Virtuoso gets from Fury, means we get 100% crit chance. With
Okay.
100% crit chance,
A lot of
we
this
will
is going
always
over my
crit,
head right
and
now.
we will always do bleeding.
Wait, you can have 100% crit
On the
chance.
screen right now is a setup.
Meaning every button you press is a
use
is a
Ascendant armor to get
gonna
to
crit.
this 100% crit chance. If you don't have Ascendant armor, you can also use exotic armor instead, and then
Is this hard to get? What she's recommending me to get? Is this something I'm gonna be able to
this
get?
setup is still optimal. For our relic, we're using Relic of the Aristocracy. Alright, now that you've got the setup, on to how to actually play the builds. I promise you that it will be pretty easy to follow along. The
Okay.
general idea of our rotation is pretty simple. In both of our weapon sets, we want to use our skill 5 twice, and then weapon swap as soon as we can. In our dagger sword set, we start off by using our 5 skill. Then we will do a bunch of spamming until our 5 skill is off cooldown again. We
Okay.
then cast it again, and then we weapon swap. In our dagger focus set, we also start by using our 5 skill. Unfortunately, the 5 skill in this weapon set has a really long cooldown, so we want to speed that up a bit. At some point while we're in this weapon set, we will press our heal skill, Signet of the Ether. This skill recharges our 5 skill, so we can use it again early. Then we just spam our skills a bit again, and as soon as we can weapon swap, we do so. This is the basis of playing Condi Virtuoso.
Wait, that's it?
Use your 5 skill twice, swap weapons, and then do it again.
What?
And for our dagger focus set, we will use our heal skill to make skill 5 recharge faster.
It's what? I press 5. How it feels to taste 5 gum, and then lots of random bullshit. And 5. I press 5 every times. Got it.
To this build, I highly recommend.
Dude, I can
practicing
totally
this,
handle
just so
this.
you can get a bit of a feel for it. Just remember, use your 5 skill twice and then weapon swap.
Press the buttons.
Now, let's
Hell
extend
yeah.
our rotation a little bit. We have a lot of downtime in between our skill 5s.
Right.
In this downtime, we will press our skill 2 and also our skill 3.
Just the
off
other
cooldown.
buttons. Right.
These skills do pretty good damage, so whenever they're up, just press them. Skill 3 actually has a slightly higher priority than skill 2, so if both are available, press skill 3 first. Also, make sure to press your elite skill.
Wow, this is
cooldown.
great.
It has an instant cast time, so you can use it even while you're casting something else.
Okay,
And we are
stop the
almost
GC.
done already. Can you believe it?
I can't
This build
believe
is
it.
so easy to play.
This is
Let's add
amazing.
one more really important thing to our rotation.
No, no more
Bladesongs.
thinking.
Bladesongs are these skills on our F keys. You see these little dots here above your skill bar?
Yeah.
These are our blades. While we do our rotation, we will constantly get blades from the phantasms we cast and from our traits. You don't have to worry about the details too much. All you have to know is that whenever you hit 5 blades, you want to use them up by pressing one of your Bladesongs.
Okay.
F2 is your most important Bladesong. So if you have 5 blades and F2 is available, use
Oh,
it
is that the one that makes the daggers come out of the sky?
immediately. If F2 is not available, use F5 or F1 instead.
Okay.
You also have F3 and F4. These are cool for utility, but you don't really want to use these for damage. Remember though, only pressure.
Wait, is one of those still gonna give me invincibility? The immunity? Like before? Is F4 still give me that? I need that because it helps me when I'm scared. Okay, cool. So then I'll take that away from me when I swap to Virtuoso. Great.
Bladesongs when you have 5 blades. Otherwise, you're
Yes, Alt F4 just logs you out. And you're no longer taking damage. That is something I can press when I'm super scared. Yes.
just kind of wasting the skill. And there you have it. That is how you do crazy damage
Yay.
on Condi Virtuoso. Use your 5 skill twice.
This is
then
the
swap
best
weapons
video
as
I've
soon as you
seen.
can. In between that,
It's
make sure to
amazing.
press 2, 3, and your elite skill. And then, whenever you have 5 blades, spend them by pressing F2, F5, or F1.
Okay.
It's very likely that if you master this, you will be top DPS in most of your
No
builds.
way, no
When I do
way.
this on the Golem, I can pretty easily do about 39k DPS.
Yeah, but you're
which is
LARANITY.
20 for pretty much every fight in the game.
I'll probably
If
get like
you
half
are
of that.
a real greedy DPS player though, and you want to hit that magical 40k, we can talk about
Is there parsing in this game? Where like you check your logs and you see your parse like in do you have that? Can you do that? Can you orange parse? Is what I'm asking. If you install Arc DPS. Didn't y'all say Arc DPS is okay to use? And it's not against the law? That like the ArenaNet said it's allowed or something? Dummy parse is what people do. There is, but it's not that popular. That's interesting. It's not popular. They don't forbid it. Okay. Stop, criminal scum. I was just curious because usually parsing is what helps me improve to have the log and then be able to analyze that information. If I'm really trying to sweat and improve, that's what helps me the most, is be able to look at that.
About the advanced stuff. And this part is only for the epic gamers that are watching. Nah, honestly, this stuff is not that hard. But I do recommend practicing the basics I just talked about before caring about any of this. If you play the rotation correctly, you'll sometimes be in a situation where you have 5 blades, but all of your cool Bladesongs, F2, F1, and F5, are on cooldown.
Right.
This is where Signet of Illusions comes in. If you use this skill, it recharges all of your Bladesongs, and you can keep spinning your blades. For maximum value, try to use this skill when your F2 is on a particularly long cooldown. But even with that, sometimes all of your damaged Bladesongs will be on a long cooldown. If that is the case, it might be smart to press your F3 skill. F3 is mostly for CC. It isn't great for doing damage, but it does allow you to refresh your deadly blades traits. Basically, whenever you use a Bladesong, you get 5 seconds of deadly blades, which buffs your damage by 5%. So even though F3's damage kinda sucks, it can sometimes be worth pressing F3 just to make sure that you get deadly blades again. And bam, that is all you have to know to play Condi Virtuoso.
That is so great.
You should be able to do crazy damage. Everyone in your raid squads will think you are a gold gamer, and hopefully you'll be able to carry me when I do raids on my stream.
But
if you want some more info on this build,
way.
I highly recommend checking out the snowcross.com build page. That is where I learned how to play this build. And there are some cool more details on there on how to push your damage even further. It's, for example, a cool opener that you can practice to get all your skills on cooldown quickly at the start of a fight. The link is in the description. If you want to see more easy build explanations like this, definitely let me know in the comments.
How do you get the Josh Drive Haze emote?
If you have any
how do you do that?
questions, drop by my Twitch stream over at twitch.tv/LARANITY. I stream this game 5 nights a week, and I'm always down to chat about this stuff. Thank you so much for watching, have a good time playing Condi Virtuoso, and I will see you next time.
LARANITY is so great. Like, God bless. I'm so happy that she's here making videos because, wow, she made this seem like I can totally handle it. Like, I feel way more confident now. Thank you so much for that video. It was fun to watch, and it was not overwhelming me. It was probably the first Elite Spec video I've seen that was not overwhelming for someone who's a totally new. So, she's the best.